Have you been dealing with chronic reoccurring pain in your shoulder and it just won't go away? You can't lift your arm up to the side without excruciating pain? I've got the solution for you. Let's do my rehab exercises. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Rob Murray with Murray Family Chiropractic in Newmarket, Ontario. I'm a corrective care chiropractor and I help people with their spinal health and their posture. Let's get these shoulders rehabbed so you don't have any more pain in the future. I'm going to show you some of my favorite exercises to get your shoulders moving and feeling better. This video is designed for you to do it with me in real time, so let's do this together. The game plan here today is that we're going to start off by just warming up our shoulder muscles with some easy exercises. Then we're going to get into the exercises, and then we're going to finish off with some nice stretching at the end. First, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. What I'd like you to do is not just roll your shoulders back, but I'd like you to lift your arms a little bit too, within your comfort range with your injured shoulder. If you have tears in your supraspinatus tendons or your subscapularis, or you feel pain out on the side of your shoulders, you may only be able to move so far. After going backwards for a bit, now we'll go forwards. So I'm lifting my shoulders up, kind of doing a shoulder shrug, while I'm also lifting my elbows. If you're like me, you might be hearing a little bit of popping and grinding going on right now. Another nice warm-up exercise, especially for people that are having a hard time lifting their arm up, is the pendulum. What I want you to do is lean forward, let your arm hang, and we're just going to swing it back and forth. You can do different variations of this exercise by doing circles. And of course, you can change directions. You can do figure eights. And if you want to, you can include a weight to just give a little extra stretch on the shoulder joint, the shoulder capsule. If using the weight creates any type of pain doing this motion, then you're using too much weight. But by doing this exercise, we're essentially loosening up the shoulder joint, warming up some of the muscles. If you're sore in both shoulders, you're going to want to take a minute to do your pendulum exercise on your other shoulder as well. So pause the video and then we can get back to it when you're done that. Fantastic. Now let's get into the exercises. We're going to start off with an easy exercise for your shoulder. What you're going to do is you're going to put your elbow against the wall and your arm, and you're going to push against the wall with your hand as if you were externally rotating your arm. So elbow, hand against the wall, and now you're pushing against the wall, but you're not moving anywhere because the wall is blocking you, but you are making the muscle contract. We want to do that for a few seconds and then relax. And then push again, and then relax. We're going to do this about 5 or 6 times. External rotations of the shoulder and the arm is an amazing exercise to treat a muscle that tends to get weak. Fantastic. So we did about 5 or 6 repetitions of pushing against the wall, holding for a good 3 or 4 seconds when we were doing that. That's your external rotation isometric exercise. Now we're going to do one of my favorite exercises called wall angels. And obviously, we're going to need a wall. Now when you do this at home, I'd like you to be standing up straight with your feet, bum, shoulders, and head against the wall. Due to my height restriction here, I'm going to bring my feet forward, bend my knees, lower myself a little bit on the wall. You have your bum against the wall, the back, and try to keep your head against the wall as well too. Now you've got your elbows and your hands at your sides against the wall. And the idea here is we're making a snow angel and we're just bringing our arms up as high as we can. Now I have had shoulder injuries in the past, and so as I get further up with the motion, my elbows start to pull away from the wall. Just do what you can. You want to bring your arms up as high as you can, all the way together if possible. Do your best to keep your arms back against the wall. We want to do about 10 to 12 reps. This is number 4. Maintain some nice calm breathing while you're doing your exercise. Try to keep your head back, don't let it slouch forward. We're halfway there. Good job. Nice, slow, smooth movements. We only need 4 more to go. 9, 10. Try to keep those arms back. It's getting harder for me right now. 11 and 12. Our next exercise is called full cans. Now, normally you could do this exercise standing up, but because of my low ceilings, I'm gonna do this exercise from my knees. The easy version of this exercise is to start with your hands out, with your thumbs up, and you're gonna just slowly bring your arms up as high as you can, and then back down. Now, with your shoulder injury, you may be only able to get up this high. Whatever height you can handle is what you're gonna go to. Remember, no more pain more than a 3 out of 10. So go as high as you can without getting excessive pain. Nice smooth movement all the way up. Now, if you find that too easy of an exercise for you and you need a little more challenge, you can grab some dumbbells. Right now, I'm just using 5-pounders. It doesn't take a lot of weight to strain these muscles. So now you have the dumbbells pointing up as if your thumbs were up, and you're going to bring your arms up. So let's do 10 to 12 reps. That's 3. Do your best not to sway your body. Nice smooth motion. 6. Halfway there. 7. Don't rush the motion. I know I have lots of faults with my exercise technique, and rushing is definitely one of them. 9. 10. 2 more, guys. 11. 1 more. 12. Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling a nice light burn up along the front of my shoulder. That was amazing. Our next exercise is dumbbell external rotations. Now we're gonna do the full motion and we're gonna use a weight. On the side of your injured shoulder, you wanna hold a light weight or a can of soup, anything that you have in your house that is no more than 5 pounds. The idea of doing this exercise properly is to keep your elbow in tight. You're just rotating the weight out. We'll say we're on rep 4 now. 5. Keep your elbow in tight. 6. Keep your body straight. Don't turn your upper torso. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. As you do these exercises more, and you do stretching as well, you will see over time that your external rotations will get farther. Well done. If you want to try a slightly harder version of that exercise, you can hold your dumbbell on your injured side arm down by your side. Elbow stays to the side again. Just like we're standing up, you're rotating your arm externally, keeping your elbow at your side, but now we're fighting gravity. So this will be a little more difficult. Just wanted to throw this in there in case you wanted to try a little more difficult version of this exercise. Okay, now we're at the easy part of the video. Now we're done our exercises and now we're gonna stretch out. Our first stretch is the cross body stretch, where you're going to grab your upper arm, pull it across your body, feel your shoulder blade pulling away from your back as you do this stretch. We wanna hold this stretch for a good 20 to 30 seconds. We're gonna do the stretch on each shoulder. It's always good to stay balanced. Even if you only have one shoulder that's injured, always good to stretch both sides. So now we're gonna switch to the other arm. Pull across your body. Feel that shoulder blade of yours pulling away from the midline of your back. You might even feel some stretching across the outside back of the shoulder. Maintain nice steady breathing. We're holding for a good 20 to 30 seconds. As you get longer into the stretch, you can pull a little bit harder. Fantastic. Now we're gonna stretch a tendon that tends to get injured for a lot of people with rotator cuff injuries, which is the supraspinatus tendon that runs right along here, and it tends to give people pain out in the side of the arm. So I'm pulling my left hand down across my back, dropping my left shoulder down, and leaning my head away as well. Hold that for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Nice, slow, steady movement. Fantastic. Let's do the other side now. So we're gonna drop the right shoulder down. We're gonna grab your right wrist with your left hand, pull that right arm down, drop that right shoulder, lean your head away to the left. Nice, slow, steady stretch. Hopefully you're feeling this across the top of the right shoulder. And there we go, release. Now we're gonna stretch out the front of our chest. I'd like you to put your left hand on a wall higher than your shoulder. So your hand should be up higher than your shoulder. Plant that hand on the wall, rotate your body away to the right, turn your head as well. Feel that pull across the front of the left shoulder into the left chest. Nice steady motion, holding for 20 to 30 seconds. Keep that hand planted on the wall. I almost feel like I'm pulling away, like my hand's locked to the wall and I'm pulling my body away. The further I get into the stretch, the harder I start to pull. I'm gonna give you a different view here for my right hand. So now for the other side, your right hand is on the wall and is planted higher than your shoulder, pulling away, rotating your body, rotating your neck. Feel the pull in the front of the right shoulder into the right chest. The further you get into the stretch, you can pull a little bit harder, 20 to 30 seconds, nice steady breathing. We're almost there. You guys are doing great. Wonderful. Okay, we're switching things up a little bit here for this next stretch. You want to find a countertop in your household or a desktop surface, something that you can rest your forearm on, get a good grip on. And for this stretch, we're going to stretch the underside of your shoulder, a muscle called the subscapularis that runs from underneath your shoulder blade to the back of the arm. And this guy gets tight, and when he's tight, he starts to cause a myriad of problems for all the other muscles in the shoulder. And when you can't lift your arm up high because of your shoulder pain, this subscapularis muscle is a big part of that. Forearm resting on the countertop or the desk, then you just want to bring your body back and down. Now, if your shoulder is really sore, you might only be able to get to about here. You might not even be able to get your forearm on the desk. If possible, lower your body by bending your knees. Just do whatever you can do. This feels great though. When I'm doing this stretch and I'm lowering my body back and down, I feel a nice pull underneath the arm, right into the shoulder blade, almost down the side of my back as well too. Again, 20 to 30 seconds, nice, slow, steady hold. And we're gonna repeat for the other side. So now we have our left forearm on the countertop. If this is your good shoulder, it's gonna be a lot easier. You're gonna be able to get your body back and down a lot further. But it's really smart to take care of both shoulders because historically when people have a rotator cuff injury in one shoulder, they're very vulnerable to have a rotator cuff injury happen in the opposite shoulder in the future. Hold the stretch for a good 20 to 30 seconds. Nice, slow, continuous pull, pulling a little harder as you get longer into the stretch. And there you go. And for our last stretch, we're gonna sweep away this exercise video by using a broom. I want you to hold the broom with your fists up, palms down, arms straight ahead of you. And this is a passive stretch. So you're gonna use your right hand to push the broom over to the left. My left elbow stays in and I'm pushing hard and I'm feeling a stretch in my shoulder. My left arm isn't doing anything, it's just going along for the ride. And I'm feeling a stretch in my left shoulder right now as my right hand is forcing the broom to the left. We're gonna hold this for 20 to 30 seconds, as always. And now we can stretch the other side. So now the left hand is forcing the broom over to the right. Try to keep your right elbow into your side as much as possible. If you have your hands too wide, you might need to bring your hands in more narrow. I feel the stretch in my right shoulder now. I'll hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. We're almost there. Don't break your broom. Awesome. We did it. You've finished your exercises for injured shoulders. Keep doing these exercises a minimum of 3 times a week and you will greatly improve the speed of the healing of your shoulders. Your range of motion will come back. And if you're a previous shoulder injury person, you'll be less vulnerable to getting a rotator cuff injury or shoulder pain again in the future. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm Dr. Rob Murray with Murray Family Chiropractic in Newmarket, Ontario. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at my next video.